Side note, I wore a red jacket today for that lady that stopped me in the mall who said she was sick of me wearing all black. This one's for you, lady in the mall. I'm sorry, Chef Bill. We'd have been twins. But
I
she's
didn't
like,
know
you
that.
need to wear more colors. And I'm like, fine. So I wore it for her. It's Christmas, right? So you wear the red. Joining me today is Chef Bill Kohlhoff from Churchill's.
Walt Churchill's Market.
Walt Churchill's Market. How long have you been with Walt Churchill's Market?
I've been there a total of about 7 years.
7 years. And you're the chef there. What kind of things do you do for the market?
We do prepared meals to go, like restaurant-style meals that people can pick up and microwave. They're fresh, they're not a frozen meal, so there is an expiration date of a few days on there. And I work with the other departments to, like produce or the meat department or the seafood department, when they bring something in that we want to demonstrate how people can cook with it and use it.
That's really the extra benefit of being at a market like Churchill's, that you get that personal attention. You get you can get the kind of meals that you're talking about, and you know the ingredients that you can buy at the store or right there. And that's my pitch for your local Churchill's markets. So what are we making today? This is kind of an idea for New Year's Eve.
This is, I think this would be a nice dinner for 2 or 4 people for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
It's pasta al fresco, primavera al fresco, which is usually a vegetable and heavy cream sauce. I changed the ingredients up. It's going to be a light white wine and cream sauce. And I have some butter and olive oil going. Okay. And we're going to use wild mushrooms. We're going to use leeks, fennel, and we're going to use calmus pears, which are real big right now.
Very.
And so I used a little bit of butter in here and a little bit of olive oil. I don't want too much butter, but I'm going to start with the mushrooms, and butter and mushrooms develop the flavor, works really well. Okay. So I have some chanterelle mushrooms, which I cleaned up.
And you cut into kind of more bite-sized?
Cut in more bite-sized, and you can leave some larger pieces.
Can I just say, it already smells so good.
Well, butter and olive oil.
Right?
So we're going to get a few of those going, just as that's going. Next, we're going to put the leeks in. Okay. Now, I've got this one half clean. I use the whole leek. Now, these big green leaves, these are a little tough. You're going to use them in the stew. You can throw them in, but if, where they're going to cook longer. Otherwise, I save them for the stock pot. Okay. But you can cut it down. Ooh, got a bad one there. How about that?
There you go.
But then you slice it, and what you do when you clean them, because you put them in a bowl of water, and I did that, and you shake it, and you can see, you get the sand out.
The sand, I was going to say.
But the other thing is, when you go to use them, you don't pour it into a strainer. You lift the leeks out from the bottom. That way the dirt stays on the bottom. The sand that comes out stays on the bottom.
That's a really good tip. Right. Because that's the bad rap on leeks around this,
And then fennel, this is a ball of fennel. I cut it in half. I have some prepped ready to go. I saved the fronds for garnish. And you can use these ends, get this out of the way, just like celery. So we just slice it like that. And then when you get down to the white, you take it, as you can see, there's a core in there, just like there is in cauliflower, and you can just cut that out like that.
And then how easy that is.
Slice, and then if you want to go a little smaller pieces, you can just slice it like that.
Beautiful. And you did that with the,
Yeah. So those are ready to go. I did want to point out we do have shiitake mushrooms. Now the chanterelles, you can trim the stalks and put those in. Shiitake mushrooms, you want to get rid of the stem completely, because it's very weedy. All right, so these are going. So now we want to go with the leeks. Again, we want to give the leeks a little bit of time with the butter, soften them, but we don't want to overcook anything in here because we want nice, crisp, fresh flavors.
That al dente kind of feeling, right?
Yeah, perfect.
You don't want this stuff all squishy.
So we're going to let those go, and then with the pears,
you can order me around, chef. That's totally fine.
Okay, there we go. Just push all this to the side. We'll clean that up later.
Yes.
Okay, and I just cut down the side, and I just basically cut around the core. And then that's our part. You can try those pears. They're very good.
I love pears. Why don't I buy pears more often, Chef?
I know, they're so wonderful, but
you grab those apples and you forget.
Getting them, when they're ripe also.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just a little too hard in the store. These are coming in right now just really beautiful.
Perfect.
I'm going kind of large pieces because I like that in the sauce. Now these, we're going to add these at the very end because we just want to warm these up.
Right,
we're not going to cook these, right?
squishy.
Yeah, and if you have some that aren't quite that ripe, you want to cook them a little bit more, but everything in here. So the mushrooms are developing nicely, the leeks, and then we're just going to go with toss the fennel in there.
See, these are some ingredients you don't always think of. That's why we brought you on, is because, you know, you get
And again,
into
this
a
is,
rut.
you know, like when you think of Alfredo and always the heavy sauce,
Yeah, this
cream
seems so
sauce,
light.
this is a very light sauce. And the same thing with the fennel. I want the fennel, and I don't know if you want to try a piece, but it's really just nice and crunchy. And
Yeah.
just that nice, very mild anise flavor. So we're going along there, and then, we're looking good here.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the sauce. Now we're going to use a Riesling. You
Okay.
could use a dry wine, but this is a Washington State Riesling.
There's a lot of Michigan Rieslings.
Well, we have one up through that we're going to have with the
Okay.
dinner. So
Listen to me. I know
Yeah.
my wine in Michigan.
I like using just, you know, like half a cup or so for this amount.
It's looking so
You
good.
can use a little bit more if you like more of a wine flavor, a little bit less. Not to ramble on, if you do this in the fall, you can use apples and apple cider.
So you can change the fruit out or what's in season a little bit.
So we just want that wine to cook off a little bit, and then we're going to add a little bit of chicken stock. If you don't make your own, you know, we have different brands, some organic
Right.
ones. This is a really nice bone broth, so that's just like making your own.
Those
But,
are
you know,
real
whatever-
popular right now.
Right. And then just a little bit of that.
So how long is this going to wind up on the stove for you generally?
You can do this, once you get going, you can do it under 10 minutes.
Under 10 minutes. Okay. And then what else goes in there so that?
Okay, we're going to go, let's see, my cream.
Okay.
And again, just a little, and the cream you're really using almost just to thicken.
Okay.
So if you get this going to a boil, it's
Then-
going to cook down.
Okay.
Okay, and you can see at this point we haven't added any salt or pepper. I'm going to just do a little
That's to your liking.
grind. That's to my
right?
liking. And
All
I'm
right.
not going to salt it. What I do at the end with the salt is I use a coarse salt
Okay.
that I can just, as you see, the coarse salt, and then I can just sprinkle on top
As to
what I need.
Absolutely. And so then you're serving it over a regular spaghetti type
Right.
noodle?
This is linguine.
Okay.
So as we get ready to serve, we're going to throw
Add
the
your
pears in so they
pears at
warm
the
up.
end.
And then we'll just take the spaghetti into the bowls.
They're so
Oops.
pretty. And then when you're serving, you said you had a Riesling, a Michigan Riesling?
This is a Michigan Riesling. This is an Italian sparkling
Okay.
rosé. It's 100% Pinot Noir. That's just a simple salad with
Okay.
mixed greens, artichoke hearts.
And again, if you do not have time to cook, I just would recommend that you go to Perrysburg Mommy. You guys have all kinds of fantastic things in the deli for people for their party, for their New Year's Eve party. And I'm going to bring this over to the center so that
And
I can
we
show
want to garnish
folks.
it real quick.
Okay.
We can put the
Oh yeah, that you saved.
frond on there. And then I also sprinkle on a little. This is a smoked blue cheese, which we have out here.
Beautiful.
Real
all right,
light.
if we could take that above
And
camera.
a few.
That is
These are
beautiful.
some smoked pecans that we smoked in the store.
I love it.
So we have those available. And then that's it.
That's it. All right. Again, visit Churchill's if you don't have time because Chef Bill's got you covered. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're going to bring in my CNC lifestyle and management experts to show us how to get moving in the new year. Stay with us. Oh, it looks so